A few days ago, Monster Jam World Finals 24 just happened. This event was filled with a lot of crazy moments that I really do want to talk about. From past champions trying to crawl back to victory, to a driver retiring as a champion, this is my review of Monster Jam World Finals 24. I feel it's appropriate to actually discuss the format of this event, as other World Finals had different formats, but this one decided to change it up, and not really in a good way. For those already in the know of how this format works, you can skip to here if you don't want to hear me talk. Why couldn't you just make things simple? There's a field of 24 drivers participating in the main field at the World Finals. They will be split up into 12 trucks, either doing racing or freestyle on that night. The next day, on Saturday, the roles will be reversed. The people racing on the first day will do freestyle on the other day, and the people that did freestyle on the first day will do racing on that day. And the highest finisher for Friday and Saturday's bracket will face off on the Saturday night race. And the highest score from Friday and Saturday's freestyle will be crowned the champion. Two-wheel skills will take place on Friday, and high jump will take place on Saturday and won't be affected by this stupid as hell format. Whew, okay, you got all that? Yeah, let's say Monster Jam really overcomplicated this event and really should be put under Gravedigger's tire and be crushed to smithereens and never used again. But that's a discussion for the end of the video. I'm really curious to see, as terrible as a format this may be, how did this World Finals actually turn out? I'm gonna start off with the LCQ, and I really liked the racing. I actually predicted the winner, which was Colvinard and Black Pearl, and also Gravedigger Stars and Stripes, driven by Matt Cody. And there were no better drivers to make it into the main field than those two drivers. I am a little bit disappointed that Fernando flipped over, because we could have had all the Stars and Stripes trucks make it into the main field, but that's just a minor nitpick and doesn't impact my enjoyment in any way. Overall, LCQ in qualifying was actually good, solid racing, and actually got me excited for the next few days of the World Finals. And how was the rest of the World Finals? Well, both of these openings were alright, but the one that I liked the most was Digatron's opening on the second day. There was a little bit of a show with the construction vehicles like always, then the truck came out and did a Smashbot stunt to advertise a new playset. I really loved this opening, but it just felt a little bit underwhelming. I really loved the destruction that it caused, but it was just styrofoam. But that's not me defaming it at all, it was still a good opening. What wasn't a good opening was Wreck Deck Stunt. I see the vision of a skateboard monster truck, but honestly I didn't really like it that much. I really liked the rail grind stunt, but it felt very underwhelming, and the stoppie afterwards that failed just kinda added to the disappointment. And what really did not help was that Tech Deck Wreck Deck is, in my opinion, the stupidest looking Monster Jam truck ever made. And it's sad because I feel an extra level of pain because I see the vision of this truck like I mentioned, and it could have been significantly better, but Monster Jam just had to stick to the 3D body shtick they've been pulling, and it led to one of the worst looking trucks ever. It's not rocket science, like I literally just saw someone make a really cool version of Wreck Deck and it actually looks good. And as much as this may seem like I'm a Monster Jam hater, I still have to applaud the effort of this truck. They tried something, and although it did fail in my eyes, there's still a ton of people that like it, and I think that's really cool. My thoughts can be summarized as this. I like the concept, it just didn't work for me. But the theme song of this truck more than makes up for this. I love this song. High jump was actually pretty alright this year. If you don't know, the rules for high jump is that they're measuring at the bottom of the back tire. So the strategy is to go as fast as you can to the ramp, brake check in midair, get the tires up, and then land safely. And just like I predicted, Bryce Kenny and Son of a Digger got to the podium, and Ryan Anderson ended up winning, in which, go him. Jim Kohler and Avenger and the reigning champion of high jump, Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris, became dead last because of braking a little bit too early. Mango Sparkle Smash would do a front flip. My favorite driver getting 5th. And the most talked about element of high jump was Wildside steering issues. Zach Garner and Wildside had a bunch of steering issues and couldn't make it out of the pits, so his dad, Jamie Gardner and El Toro Loco, took over for him and actually got into the podium. Despite this high jump being the worst in my opinion, it still was pretty enjoyable to watch on the live stream. Thankfully, two-wheel skills wasn't as bad. Because I was confused watching two-wheel skills, I will explain how it works right here. There's 2 rounds in two-wheel skills at the World Finals. 8 trucks will come out for round 1, and when round 2 comes along, they're allowed to go back out and have one more attempt at another trick. And the highest score from any of the 2 tricks that they did will be their final score. With this in mind, every driver came out in round 1 and did somewhat of a normal two-wheel skills run. However, it was for points, just in case their second attempt didn't go over well. Many drivers in round 2 attempted to flip their truck by the likes of Blake Ranger, MJ Solorio with a pretty good save, might I add. Tristan England, whose first round move actually became his final score. John Zimmer Jr. with an unsuccessful moon flip. Armando Castro attempting what he did last year, however was unsuccessful. Weston miscalculating his move. And Ryan Anderson losing control of his truck, ultimately getting Tristan England the two-wheel skills championship. Big congratulations to him. Me personally, I didn't really like this two-wheel skills competition. It was fun to watch at the World Finals, of course. However, since no one landed like their flips, it felt very underwhelming to watch. At this point, I'm not even sure if it's possible to do a moon flip without a front engine maximum destruction chassis. Hopefully someone next year can prove me wrong, but for now, I don't think it's possible. High jump and two-wheel skills was alright this year, but I think we're done with all the side acts. I want to get into the main events, which are racing and freestyle. The racing track actually went through quite a lot until we got to the main event. From this interesting arena pod to the bumps that they had while the trucks went down full speed. I initially thought it was there for safety, but thankfully they removed it once race day came. Racing on Friday actually did have a lot of highlights, like Brianna Mahan eliminating Adam Anderson in round 1, Bari Musauer with a wild crash in round 2, but after it was all said and done, the final 2 trucks remained. Todd LeDuc in Megalodon Stars and Stripes, and Dalton Widener in Jurassic Attack. And Todd LeDuc won the Friday night bracket, setting himself up in the finals on Saturday the next day. On Saturday in round 1 of racing, everyone had problems with the elevated turn in the red lane. No, really, like Monster Jam had to go to the turn and pat the dirt down because everyone was spinning out. Or crashing, take your pick, both are true. But my favorite driver was facing off in round 2 against Terminal Velocity, and Terminal Velocity was in the red lane. There was no way that Camden could ever screw this up. Okay, moving on. Weston did actually beat his brother Ryan Anderson, and the defending racing champion Zach Garner would make it into the semi-finals ready for his title defense. And I forgot to mention the winners from the day before got to test out the track both times in both lanes. And for the second year in a row, Zach Garner would make it to the finals. However, before the finals, a bronze medal race was held in which Dalton Widener would take 3rd place. But after all that action-packed racing, it was time for the finals. The finalists were Zach Garner in Wildside and Todd LeDuc in Megalodon Stars and Stripes. Todd LeDuc announced his retirement from full-time driving only just a few days ago and wanted to go out with a world title. However, Zach Garner was the reigning champion of racing and was trying to defend his title. Once it was time, the green lights lit up, then Zach Garner had steering issues, paving the way for Todd LeDuc to win his 3rd and final world championship. Big congratulations to Todd LeDuc, and I wish him a happy retirement. Just one final goodbye to Todd LeDuc before he steps away from full-time driving. Just one last competition of the World Finals was next, and that was freestyle. Freestyle, especially on the first day, was actually pretty awesome. Literally everyone was giving it their all. There were a ton of cool moments from, but not limited to, Matt Cody in Gravedigger Stars and Stripes, Nick Pagliarulo in Excalibur, Cody Saucier in Dragon, John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity, Cynthia Gautier in Lucas Oil Stabilizer, Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger Red Primer, Zach Garner in Wildside, who had the most Tom Mentz run I've ever seen in a long time. Like, he literally split the rim in half, like holy shit. Todd LeDuc in Megalodon Stars and Stripes, Colt Stevens in Thunder Roris, Kayla Blood in Mango Sparkle Smash, the eventual world champion Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Adam Anderson in Gravedigger the Legend, Tristan England in McDonald's JCB Digatron, and the moment we have all been waiting for, Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger, and he was there to take back his world title. Wait, what? Wait, why is Blake Ranger celebrating, and why are the fireworks going off? Like, is that it? Was that literally it? Okay, jokes aside, this might have been the funniest way to end the World Finals, and I was laughing so hard when this happened. So that was the entirety of the Monster Jam World Finals, and after all of that, I explained literally everything, and my voice is absolutely dead. Was World Finals 24 a good show? After watching it and rewatching it to make this video, I can not only say yes, it is a good show, but absolutely. Although there were a ton of negatives, I think the positives do outweigh the negatives, and I can look past all the bad stuff and see that this World Finals was actually a good one. But I'm not going to completely ignore the negatives. The format was an absolute disaster, the kickoff stunts were not good, and overall I didn't really like two-wheel and high jump at all this year. But qualifying was good, the last chance qualifier was intense, racing felt like a movie, and this was the best World Finals freestyle we've ever seen in a long time. At least better than last year. If I had to give this World Finals a 1 through 10 rating and also a letter grade, it would be a B- and a 7.7 out of 10. If the kickoff stunts were better, two-wheel and high jump were good, it might have gotten a higher grade, but that's where I landed on for this World Finals. And yeah, those are my thoughts on World Finals 24. I loved this World Finals, I enjoyed watching it, and I really hope you guys did too. Next year, they're running it back and returning the World Finals to Rice Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City, Utah, on the 4th of July weekend too. And I can't wait to see what Monster Jam has in store for us next year. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I earned your subscription too. Thanks for watching. Big congratulations to everyone that won a title this year. I'm Douglas, the host of Arena Pod Productions, and as always, goodbye y'all.